is going through its list of the top 10 players in the NFL at each position entering 2024. They surveyed executives and coaches from around the league. This is not players. This is executives and coaches. And according to the ESPN articles, you can't vote for your own guys.
Okay.
And they compiled a list of the 10 best running backs for the upcoming season. And our guy Nick Chubb, despite coming off a season-ending injury, came in at number 3. Number 1 was Christian McCaffrey. Number 2 was Breece Hall of the Jets. 3, Nick Chubb. 4, Saquon Barkley. And 5, Jonathan Taylor. Are you guys surprised that Chubb, despite coming off injury,
that's
still
a
came
stunner,
at
because we don't even know if he's going to be ready to go for the start of the season. It shows you how much respect that coaches and executives around the league have for Nick Chubb and how great a player he is. I don't know how you could put him third coming off a massive injury at his age, because even, this is a massive, massive injury.
The second one.
Yeah, and it's hard to be great right after that, so I wouldn't have him third, but it shows you the respect that he has earned, around the league.
Yeah, remember we were debating whether Nick Chubb had a legitimate shot to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And we were kind of projecting out. We was like, he's still got a lot of work to do. This list just shows you they got him in the category of like a Gale Sayers type, or Terrell Davis. It's like, he coming off a major surgery, and this is his second one, and he's already like third.
Yeah,
there's
wild.
That's like they're saying, oh, it don't matter. Like, he's gonna come back and be Nick Chubb. Like, it doesn't matter. We believe. Like, to me, that says a lot. That speaks volume about like what they think. And this is GMs and stuff. These is the people that cut people for $3 million.
It also feels like an indictment on the rest of the running backs, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
do you want the rest of the top 10?
Yeah, what's the rest of the top 10?
Derrick Henry is out of here.
We mentioned Christian McCaffrey 1, Breece Hall 2, Nick Chubb 3, Saquon 4, Jonathan Taylor 5, 6, Bijan Robinson, 7, Josh Jacobs, 8, Jahmyr Gibbs, 9, Derrick Henry, and 10, Travis Etienne. And then honorable mentions who received votes but not enough to qualify: Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Pacheco, James Cook, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, and DeAndre Swift.
That's wild. Dang, Derrick Henry, you almost out the top 10.
He's old.
Yeah.
A lot of mileage on the tires, but he is in Baltimore now.
I do think it is the utmost sign of respect to still vote Chubb that high coming off a season where he played 1.5 games. It's his second career severe knee injury, and to still have him above the likes of Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Bijan, Derrick Henry, Etienne, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, as much as I love Nick Chubb, if I were drafting teams for just this year, forget the rest of their careers, so age is not a big factor, I wouldn't take Nick Chubb third as much as I love him. Would anybody?
No,
probably not.
Because I don't know what.
Yeah. Now maybe if I was his personal trainer and knew he was he was going to be fine, then maybe I'd feel differently. But with the information we have, I don't know how I'd vote him third.
As I'll be looking at a bunch of these lists, this team, like, people feel like the New York Jets is kind of good. Like, PFF says they have the best secondary, the best linebackers, the best D-line. They just rated Breece Hall the second best running back.
But the Jets are like the Browns. They're two teams before we talked about how the Cavs, the Spurs are in their own category, or the Cavs could have, I said with Sacramento. The Browns and Jets are in a category unlike any other team. They're two extremely talented rosters where you don't know what you're going to get from the quarterback. Who else is in that category? Are there any other NFL teams?
That their quarterback determines everything?
Yeah, right, that you don't know. Not that because the quarterback determines everything for all the good teams.
Right.
But you know, all the other contenders, you know their quarterbacks, if they're healthy, are going to be good.
Yeah.
Right? I know Patrick Mahomes is going to be good if he's healthy. I know Joe Burrow is going to be good if he's healthy. I know Lamar is going to be good if he's healthy. On and on and on. The rest of the quarterbacks, I know they're going to be good if they're healthy. With Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson, I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
And if you're one of the Watson Warriors, you've conned yourself with all these convoluted arguments as to why Deshaun Watson's been good the last 2 years when he's clearly not been.
Con is such a strong word.
No, you've conned yourself. We can con ourselves into anything we want. Deshaun Watson, we don't know if he's going to be good. The same thing for Aaron Rodgers. There's a lot of assumption that he's going to be a great quarterback again. He's 40 and coming off an Achilles tear. How do you assume who's been good at 40 besides Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Has any other quarterback been good at 40?
Could you put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that category?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Where if Baker's healthy, you don't know if he's good or not?
But Baker, unlike Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun, Baker's upside is limited. Whereas Deshaun Watson could be a 10 or a 2. Aaron Rodgers could be a 10 or a 2.
I'm just trying to clarify
Baker's
the category for you.
Could be a 6 or a 2. That's a big difference. The Buccaneers are not a Super Bowl contender.
I guess I misunderstood your category.
What I'm saying is the Jets and the Browns are the two teams that if their quarterback plays at their best, they're Super Bowl contenders.
They have the supporting cast in place.
Right. The Buccaneers are not a Super Bowl contender no matter what.
I understand now. Sorry, I misinterpreted how you were.
No, that's fine.
Putting that into consideration. I don't think. I mean, could you put Russell Wilson in there?
No.
If he plays at his best, the Steelers could win a Super Bowl?
No, because No, because his best was never as good as Deshaun Watson's best, and certainly never as good as Aaron Rodgers' best. And in my opinion, unlike Watson and Rodgers, I'm giving him no chance of playing at his best again.
What about does C.J. Stroud fit in that category?
No, because even though you could argue that he only did it once, I think it's way more likely. I'm much more confident that C.J. Stroud will be excellent if he's healthy than I am about Watson or Rodgers. I don't know how you guys feel. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You could argue that because he's only done it 1 year.
And the last team I would say you could throw in there potentially, the Niners. If Purdy stinks, are they still as good? And if he plays well, they're obviously
No, but I have when Purdy's been in the league, he's only played well. Why would I assume he's not? Why would I not assume?
I think Russ could fit that category you're talking about. I think his elite was pretty elite, but I think it's been so long since we've seen it.
Right.
I don't
and
think it's there
unlike
anymore.
Deshaun Watson, where it's been long, he's young.
Yeah.
Deshaun's, younger than Russell Wilson, significantly. That's the difference. Russell Wilson's older, and Russell Wilson's decline has been, first of all, he wasn't as talented as Deshaun Watson, but he's also a lot older than Deshaun Watson. And I'm just talking for myself. You can make whatever argument you want. To me, the Browns and Jets are in that category.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're trying to describe, and I tend to agree. I think Russ could be in there, but I think his best days are over, and we know his best days are behind him, and this is the downside.
Now, for them, I just don't want to see. Like, I think, like if Justin Fields figured it out, I don't want to see Justin Fields. I would prefer Russell Wilson over Justin Fields because I think Justin Fields brings something a little different to the table.
Didn't Brooke Pryor say like she expects like they're going to get a look at Fields this year?
Yeah.
They got to make a
What's
decision
the point
on him.
of just handing Russell Wilson the job? That makes no sense. There's no reason not to have a competition. They're not paying either of them.
Right.
They're not committed to either of them beyond this year.
I don't want to misstate this.
Yeah.
I think she said even like Russ will probably win it to start the year, but you're going to see Fields.
Yeah.
Because they got to make a decision on him for the future.
Right, but I don't even know why she'd assume that
Russ would start.
I know
And
that.
I don't want to mistake.
I think the Steelers have said he's the starter, but there's zero reason not to have a true competition there.
And they might as well say that now.
Right,
And think about it. What's the harm in going from Wilson to Justin Fields? I think it's easier to go from Wilson to Fields than from Fields to Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, I think Justin Fields has the higher upside.
Yes.
But the lower downside
for
too.
sure.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Fair enough.